Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the GBP price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting here on the weekly chart, we're looking of course at our bullish and bearish scenario overview to see where are we heading for the GBP. As you can see, we have an impulse toward the upside of course, and then crashing toward the downside of course, where the market found psychology here. And that was of course the 2008 crash market, right? And since that time, the GBP was still moving and melting toward the downside. However, is it possible that the GBP has found a base point here and of course a bottom at the $1 exactly 1.05, and then moving toward the upside? So we're gonna estimate this. Of course, now we can read this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It's a leading diagonal potentially, of course, meaning that it can be a wave 1 and then a B and a C toward the upside, looking for higher a little bit for your wave 2, and then continuation toward the downside again 3, 4, and a 5. So of course, hopefully not. Hopefully that the market finds another psychology here and start to move for higher. For the GBP, of course, we don't want to see the GBP as well going so far down. So actually, we have as well here a W, X, and a Y. We can read it also as like this. We can say, of course, this W is a zigzag, wave X, and of course, a final wave Y, the zigzag. However, what I don't like in this scenario is that, of course, that this can be like less possibility during to the wave Y and the W. They don't match so much. They should match unless if we consider that this is where the market has found psychology and we are looking at A, B, C toward the downside, expanding flat potentially, or A, B, and a C, of course. Yeah, but you cannot really take it all even. You have to take only part of this to create a wave a B, and a C toward the downside as an expanding flat, and then wave X, and then of course wave Y. So this can be much more nicer as in comparison with your wave Y and your wave W. Yeah, so that would be much closer. Meaning, of course, that you have bottomed in 3 waves, and that would be nice, of course, if we move toward the upside. However, let's check if this is an impulse toward the upside and if we are continuing toward the upside. So as we saw before, we have counted this as potential wave 1, but not really sure because it also looks like 3 waves. Therefore, I put a wave A as well here as a potential A, B, and a C. Yeah? So we have to be careful. Or it can be as well, of course, as a wave 1, A, B, C for a wave 2, and then continuation toward the upside. However, in both case scenarios here, you have to move toward the upside as, of course, expected. Here we go, since a very long time ago. Expected this move, and of course, as 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and then, of course, 3 waves up, finishing a structure here, full structure, then 3 waves down, and then, of course, moving for 5 waves up, meaning this has to be an impulse unless we are creating another 3 waves up here, again 3 waves down, more correction, and then moving for higher. Yeah, so yeah, basically this looks like an impulse, but I mean, on the weekly it looks like a 3 waves, but maybe on the daily it looks like a much more impulsive. Yeah, not so much, no, because your wave 3 actually is shorter than your wave 5 and shorter than your wave 1. It's invalidated, meaning this is kind of like a zigzag. Of course, the 3 corrective waves. This is a W, X, and a Y, where you have finished a wave 2 or a wave or another wave A here. Yeah, so as we're talking here about A, B, and a C, potentially A, B, C, sorry, toward the downside, meaning more correction. Yeah, A, B, and a C after 3 waves up, and then moving again with a new bullish scenario. However, inside this area, we have hit right now the blue box expected already for the daily. As you can see, we hit it a few days ago. Very nice. So if we are impulsive here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, I think I need to move even more inside it. Let's say 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it can be because it can be. I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is a wave 1 ABC as a running flat. then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You finish kind of like wave 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 4 did not interfere inside your zone 1 here. If we take the wave 4, as you can see, the zone 1 is here. This is your 1. And this is a part of your ABC expanding flat or running flat for a wave 2. So basically it can serve as a wave 1, I would say, yeah, and then a 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Again, it's an impulse, again. So you have here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 4, again, not interfering with the zone 1, very nice. So basically, we're okay with these impulse. And what it looks much more nicer is this wave right now is extended more than 1-to-1 fib level, obviously. Meaning, as you can see, you're very, very close to the 1.618, which is a perfect fib level for a wave 3. Therefore, I had to mark this as a wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I would say we are bullish with the GBP, of course, and we're looking at these scenarios right now as a bullish. Let's put it in the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now your wave 3 here is not finished yet. Potentially, let me check as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Unless this transform into a double 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very also possible. But yeah, this is your wave 3 anyway, the whole wave 3. So I suggest, of course, here still looking for a little bit higher. Your wave 3 is here 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially still need, of course, on the 1 hour chart to finish this wave 5. However, we see now invalidation for impulse, unless, no, this is your impulse. This is ABC correction, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So you would like to see, of course, continuation toward the upside, or it is done potentially internally, but I doubt it because your wave 2 has 2 candles. Your wave 4 can be at least 4 candles and moving for higher still to hit the $1.29 for the GBP. Yeah, so very nice. In a bigger view, therefore, we are looking here for a bigger, wave 3. You're looking for a wave 4. Now, of course, this one has been hit, so it's time to remove it. And of course, let's check our wave 4 here. If we are in a wave 2, main wave 2 here, there we go. Your wave 4 as an impulse is the following. Wave 4, we're looking at this one, and as per the time required, of course, for a wave 4, we might get this area here exactly after, of course, finishing the wave 3. So let's have wave 4 over wave 2. This is our blue box. Yeah, so potentially, we might reach this blue box here inside this area. So here we go. Yep. And we might reach it, of course, in the 12 March. Yeah, so potentially starting from 12 March. Meaning in a bigger view, of course, we need to start to move to the downside for a wave 4 here in the yellow. And then continuation again for one more wave toward the upside. And in even a bigger overview, what we are looking at. Basically, we are looking here at a formation for a 1-2 potentially because this is impulsive, meaning you have finished correction, guys. You finished correction here. There is no ABC potentially toward the downside anymore, yeah, but I'm gonna leave it for now just to make sure, of course. And you're looking at big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning this is your orange scenario. And you're looking at this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means a bigger impulse would means, of course, yeah, we're looking at this one here. Here we go. Let's go even on weekly a little bit or 4 days. Yeah, so we're looking at one of these scenarios. Perfect. 1-to-1 fib level at 1.58, meaning A, B, and a C. And currently, this is your wave C, yeah, toward the upside. But this has to be readjusted, by the way. Based on, oh, it is already true. 1.56, okay. So basically, this is what we're looking at here at ABC. In case you are corrective in 3 waves up, 3 waves down, sorry. 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and wave C, yeah, as 5 waves up. Now, if this is considered as wave 1, A, B, and a C, like this, as a wave 2, you're looking for a wave 3 at 1.618, $1.76, and it can be higher even, 1.81. So yeah, I think now the GBP and the Euro are in a good path toward the upside. It's a new era for, of course, the Europe currencies. And of course, I see some prosperity coming, of course, for those currencies that it might, of course, move for higher, especially currently with the politics and geopolitical issues. And we see the Nasdaq, of course, is moving so much down for the US, affecting, of course, the dollar. So I suggest, yeah, that the Euro and GBP for the next year, I would say, will reach very, very high again. That was it for the GBP. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.